When you look at the headlines, the last month, a month plus, it feels like there should be headwinds to the market. But besides a few down days and maybe a little bit of a defensive rotation, the market has kept churning upward. Is that surprising to you, or is there something behind that?
It is a bit surprising. All of the data, as you rightly point out, that we've received in the last couple of weeks since this rally took off, and quite frankly, since Thanksgiving, has painted the picture of a backdrop in an environment that should serve as a headwind, whether it's job participation rates, whether it's inflation indicators, whether it is talking to the companies about their concerns and margins, whether it's the threat of interest rates and what's topical to the consumer. All of this, except for maybe consumer sentiment, should paint a backdrop of a headwind. So with the lack of data and a lack of an argument to make for what's causing this, I have to point to sentiment. This is a sentiment and liquidity-driven rally, and I don't see anything in the near term, given that we already are experiencing records in terms of infection. I don't see anything in the immediate near term that would upend this in the start of the new year. And by start, I mean the start of earnings seasons, when we'll get a rosy picture painted by those bank earnings.
So between now and sometime at the end of the first quarter, early spring, when the Fed starts raising rates, is there a good time between now and then to sell, in your view?
I'm concerned about the back end of January. Like I said, we'll start earnings season with the banks, which have very muted, Omicrons have a very muted effect there. But we'll then go into, in the subsequent weeks, some of those companies that are more impacted. And I think what we'll start to hear from them are threats of further disruption to the supply chain, our talks of more closures, our talks about how retrenchments, mandates, and closures are affecting their business. And we'll hear some real concerns. That combined with what are surely to be double the number of daily infections that we're seeing right now at the very least, I think might give the market pause for thought and give us investors pause for thought about some of the valuations and some of the sectors that we're indulging in. Right now, the market has looked at these numbers and kind of reacted in an unfazed way, but I think that'll be harder to do after we talk to the companies in January who will be severely impacted, and after it is apparent that the high transmissibility of this variant is causing extreme duress in our healthcare system.